Hello, good
Hello.
morning, Brigitte, Tom.
Yeah, the WinCC Unified System was launched 3 years ago, and imagine this year's indicated in a very impressive way the impact of digitalization to our private and also business life. So IT technologies pushing now more and more to the automation process, and of course this is a big challenge for visualization systems. And this was also indicated in some forecasts for this decade. Most obvious, the huge amount of production data that have to be handled, archived, visualized, and analyzed. But second, and this is what we are really now aware of, is we get back to this normal way of working. Information must be available anytime, anywhere, at an increasing number of devices, and also systems need to be connected. And of course, also the new interaction scenarios and a lot of new operation concepts enter the shop floor. So, Tom, as I remember, WinCC Unified System was launched to visualize the future. So, can you give us some insights to the new version 18?
For WinCC Unified, a modern and powerful technology is the base that is flexible and supports many different system architectures, SVGs, HTML5, Java scripting. This makes it easy to connect the system from other devices via web browser. One system, one common engineering, consistent functionality and usability, but scalable for different applications and solutions in different environments. This means reusability and scalability, starting from machine-based visualization up to a powerful PC-based application. Everywhere. Free choice of runtime environment, not only as classic on-premise solution, but also on panel and our new Panel Pro environments and on the PCs. And finally, Brigitte, you were talking about integration. Open interfaces make it possible to connect to IT systems very easily.
Yeah, reusability from a panel-based visualization up to powerful PC-based applications. I think this is one of the main benefits of WinCC Unified. But are there any more news how to boost the engineering efficiency with the new version?
Let me explain, Brigitte. Before I come to new features, let's start with the most obvious advantage. WinCC Unified System offers consistency and reusability across platforms. This means it doesn't matter if you start engineering on a 7-inch panel or for a PC system in the office, just use WinCC Unified as an engineering system. We start web technology in the background and you'll get an optimum image quality regardless of a screen resolution. So there's no need to have separate projects when working with different target devices. Moreover, WinCC Unified offers one comprehensive engineering workflow. What's the meaning of comprehensive here? Just an example. You don't only have one trend curve on an HMI, you can arrange multiple trends to one control. You can select different ranges to be displayed, or you can perform and show online statistics and analytics as average values, minimum, maximum values on trend curves. Or a top 10 analysis on alarm controls, the so-called hit list. And this is without additional scripting on PC and on the panel.
Consistency over those platforms is definitely an enormous advantage during engineering. But integrators have to deal with multiple versions, devices, and how can they ever manage this complexity?
The best way to manage complexity, of course, is standardization. And this is one real strength of the WinCC Unified version 18. First, we start, for example, with the graphical elements, in our words, faceplates. Faceplates are usable elements which can be a typical single screen element like a tank or a motor, but also an entire screen to operate this tank. Of course, including dynamization. And finally, with version 18, faceplates can be nested within faceplates. The next step of reducing complexity is to manage other elements, for example, global scripts, graphics, scalable vector graphics, or our dynamic SVGs. They are all managed in our TIA library, including workflow and versioning. So they can be used in other faceplates or in a screen.
Libraries are really a very efficient way to manage your standardized HMI components. But even better, ready-to-use libraries offer an enormous contribution to standardization. Let me give you 2 examples. The brand new control function library in context of modularized application machines with module type packages MTP. Or we have the control function library for standard elements like pumps, motors, valves, as you can also see on our water and wastewater dialog station over there.
That were only some examples for efficient engineering with the WinCC Unified System. On top, automated engineering, for example, C-work, would be the ultimate step to boost your workflow.
Correct. And let me show you some examples. And here is the feedback of Bernhard Planer from a German integrator who realizes galvanization plants of different size. He redesigned his application completely new and built up a new standard with WinCC Unified. And in the end now, as in the beginning, of course, this takes some time and effort. That's obvious. But after that, now, he's able to say his engineering is 4 to 5 times faster to compare to the former system. So it's really worth to take a start with WinCC Unified. But now let's have a closer look to operation. As we heard in the beginning, there's an increasing number of devices and systems to connect. And there's also a big variety of user interaction scenarios. So what's the answer of WinCC Unified regarding these needs?
Data must be available anytime, anywhere, depending on the user roles, of course. Connecting devices is another major highlight of WinCC Unified. Due to its architecture, remote access is no option, but standard. This means there's no need to do re-engineering in a project or to create separate screens for different devices. Besides local operation on a WinCC Unified PC station or on a Unified Comfort panel, we also offer remote access using our HTML5 on web browsers without installing additional apps or plugins. To meet the high demands of industrial security, of course, the connection is secured using certificates. And maybe the best of you, each Unified Comfort panel and PC runtime system already includes one remote access for remote operating or remote monitoring without extra cost.
Without extra cost? That's really cool. So you should remember that. But how does that approach for one engineering for all use cases fit to this variety of devices, from a 7-inch comfort panel up to a powerful PC application with a 4K monitor?
For me, this is not more a question of how to organize your visual screen for best usability. With version 18, we extended the multi-touch support for some interesting new interaction scenarios. The technology of zooming is well known by all of you. Zoom in and out in a screen, or trend control to resize the content, or move the area you have zoomed directly to the finger touch. But now you can do much more. Imagine you have many, many machines to be visualized at the same time. But what information should be there at the one point? Normally just 3 or 5 states indicating, for example, the current process value or some KPIs of a machine should be displayed. To get more information, instead of opening new pop-ups for more details, you are now able to organize your information levels in our layers during engineering. And at runtime, these layers can be shown by either press on a button, or in context of multi-touch, just zoom in, and depending on the zoom level, the so-called decluttering effects, using these interaction techniques, totally new usability concepts are possible for Unified panels, but also for large PC solutions.
Thank you for these insights regarding user interfaces and user interaction. And sophisticated operational concepts are often underestimated. Let me share the feedback of Comi Spa, an Italian OEM who used the change to a new system to do a really redesign of its operational interface. And the result, both operator training and human errors could be reduced by up to 10% just due to the better user operation guidance.
10% is quite impressive. But there's another new WinCC Unified offering I would like to point out. How can downtimes reduced or at least be shortened? With WinCC Unified version 18, our thematic components provide system diagnostic information. We do have a smart and easy way to monitor these on the shop floor level, not only as a status message, but also directly in the user interface. And even more interesting is our new process diagnostic in WinCC Unified, where we offer a comprehensive fault monitoring in process level. For this, predefined generic views are available. Just jump with a click to a PLC code viewer and identify the faulty steps.
Tom, I have another question. In the beginning, you mentioned about a highlight topic of integration. So how can we use WinCC Unified as an integration platform for the digital factory?
Yeah, with Unified, we offer a broad field connectivity, of course. Openness enables customers to connect WinCC Unified with other systems and vice versa. You are able to create applications to access objects, process values, and alarms via our open pipe interface, or just use the comprehensive WinCC Unified PC Runtime API interface. In addition, with version 18, we provide a new web-based IT-friendly interface called GraphQL. In this, WinCC Unified PC system offers an interface to its object model via HTTPS to objects and the complete internal tech household. Web applications can access the data of the WinCC Unified PC Runtime Station, the data they really need. For example, read the data from a WinCC Unified station and show these with another web application, or pass parameters from external or from or to external third-party applications into the WinCC Unified PC Runtime System.
Tom, I think this is really a powerful interface, and you will already have some ideas in mind where to use it. But of course, this was only some examples of the 9 benefits of the new version of WinCC Unified: reusability and standardization, operational efficiency, and also interfaces for an IT/OT integration. So we are welcome you on our stage over there at the booth to answer your question and give you more insights to the new version. So thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you.